Well, hey there, friends. It's me, Esther Bartkiw. Today, I want to talk to you about research. From my opinion, my personal perspective, what research is and what it is not. So, welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther Bartkiw. I am a core belief therapist, intuitive and energy reader, super fan and student of astrology. I combine core belief therapy, which is really like a soul journey of healing within, with energy healing, spirit-filled messages, conscious discussion and talk to help you release yourself from limitations and begin to move forward, creating and living the life that you desire. And right now, I am putting together an amazing manifesting program. And as soon as the details come up, I will be sure to let you know first. So today we're talking about research, and you might be thinking, Esther, what does this have to do with core beliefs and energy reading and all of that? For me, it has everything to do with personal and spiritual growth. Right now, I am working with a group of people, a private Telegram group of people, and I'm sharing with them research that I'm doing on a number of topics to prepare us mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually for what is going to come next in the world. And as I'm sharing my research, I've had a few people say to me, okay, it's been a long time since I researched, not since grade school days. Esther, how do you research? And so that's why I'm making this video, just to share information. Okay. And I guess it's fair for me to tell you that ever since I was a little girl going to school and we would get like research projects, that was my delight. I loved picking a topic that was unusual. I loved going to the library. Back then, we went to encyclopedias first, then books. I would talk to people. I would interview people. And I would put together my research project. It was always one of my most favorite things to do. And then, over time, I got away from it a little bit, but it's always there. And in the last 4 or 5 years, I've gotten back into researching in depth. And I really enjoy it. And I enjoy sharing what I learn. And today I'm going to share with you how I research. So first of all, from my perspective, okay, let's make that clear. This is how I research. The first thing I suggest is decide, is this topic something I'm really interested in? Because if you're interested in the topic, it will fuel your desire to really investigate and put your reporter's hat on. Okay? I went to journalism school to study journalism, to be a reporter. And back when I went to journalism school, we were taught to be neutral, to look at all different views and perspectives and be neutral and just report the facts. And I believe that that is what research is. So be interested in the topic that you are researching. Sometimes you're not interested in the topic, but it's something you need to know. So right now in this current world situation, there are a lot of topics, there's a lot of issues being discussed. Sometimes I look at it and say, oh my gosh, I'm not really interested in that, but it's important. I need to know this. My clients are talking about it. My friends and family are talking about it. I would like to have an opinion on this. So I do my research. Okay, so there's always some kind of motive. Then the next step I take is I write out any thoughts, beliefs, concepts of reality, perspectives that I already hold on that subject. Okay, what are the belief filters that I'm coming into my research with? And I write it down because it's really good to know that I'm coming from this standpoint, and that will help me to know if I run into cognitive dissonance at some time. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. All right. I want to know what my filters are going into the research. All right. Next step. Start easy. Find your favorite search engine type in the subject or whatever your question is and see what comes up. Look at everything: videos, blogs, scientific studies, theories that people have, maybe news reports. There is a government website called PubMed, P-U-B-M-E-D. It has become one of my favorite websites for scientific studies, particularly with health, even quantum science, quantum physics. It is so good. I highly suggest that you make it your friend. All right? It's an excellent resource. Start looking at whatever pops up. Okay? Don't stop at one thing. Keep looking. Keep looking. The next piece is ask people who are in the know their point of view. So you might know somebody who is a friend who's really keen on a certain subject. Okay? Take them for coffee, take them for tea, and say, okay, tell me what you know about this. Remember, everything is just information. You are just gathering information. All right? So ask people you know, and, and it might not even be in person. Maybe you're following somebody on social media and you can see, wow, they know a lot about this, and ask them a question. A lot of time on social media, people like when you ask questions publicly, because then they can answer it publicly and more people can become aware. And sometimes, especially on places like Instagram, they'll do ask me a question day today, and you can type in your question and then they'll make a post with your question and the answer. All right? Search hashtags. Okay? Hashtags have become our current 2021 Dewey Decimal System. All right? So if you're my age, and I know I'm revealing it here, and that's okay, we used to go to the library and we would have the card catalogs and we would look at the number. Then we'd go find the number on the library shelf and there's the book. Now we search through hashtags. Okay? So search through hashtags for information. Okay? And again, I want to stress to you, as you're researching, be neutral. I'm just gathering information. That's all I'm doing. I'm gathering information. Now, likely, at first, you will find information that supports your current belief and views, right? Like attracts like. If we always find the information that supports our point of view, it's physics, it's attraction, it's energy. All right? So that's fine. You're going to find information that likely supports your point of view. But then ask yourself, what other points of view are there? What other perspectives? What other theories? Who's saying something different? And be open and be curious. Okay? You want to get all points of view. Even if in the moment it seems wacky and crazy and nut-barish, maybe that's the word that comes up, look at it. You owe yourself to that. If you're going to do a thorough investigation of a topic, you owe it to yourself to look at all perspectives. All right? And then gather as much information as possible. Only you will know when to stop. For me, it's an intuitive thing. Like, I think I have enough information now to form an opinion. And then you kind of just sit with it, mull over it, contemplate it, pray about it, and use your gut instinct, your gut intuition to begin to formulate your opinion, your point of view. Something I like to say is when I've gathered all the information, or even while I'm in the gathering phase, I'll say, God, please illuminate to me the truth. Please illuminate to me my next step. Please illuminate to me where I need to go. But that God, please illuminate me to the truth has been very beneficial for me. Okay? So just as a suggestion. And oh yeah, I wrote here, and I want to make this point. I'll say, God, illuminate to me the truth, even if I don't like it, and it triggers me, and it challenges me. Because I'll tell you, over my years, I have completely changed some of my belief systems. Some I have tweaked, some I have completely changed. And even I would say in the last 4 years, and most particularly in the last 2 years, wow, I have some beliefs that are just completely different from before. Okay? And I've been challenged. Believe me, I love when somebody challenges my belief system, because initially I might go, I get all roughly, no, no. But then I sit back and I'm like, okay, they've got a different point of view. Let's look at it. Especially if it's someone that I know is a friend, someone that I respect, I'll definitely take a look at it. Okay? I believe in facts plus intuition. There's a lot of people, especially on social media, maybe you have friends as well, that say only the facts, only the science, only the facts, only the science. I believe in facts. I believe in good science. But I also believe in intuition and feelings. And the example I bring up is, I might have an awareness that according to facts, according to science, according to studies, that it is very, very safe to fly an airplane. But if one day I go to an airport and I get this gut feeling that I should not get on that plane, even though everybody says it's safe, 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 and that gut feeling is strong, you know the difference between a fear and a strong gut intuitive hit. At least I hope you do. If not, you and I can work on that together. Then I'm going to push aside the facts and trust my gut feeling. Okay? A while ago, I'm going to say maybe over a year ago, I did a YouTube video called Facts Plus Feelings. I'm going to dig that up for you. I'm going to put it in a link below in the show notes. All right? Now, throughout the research, while you're mulling over and contemplating your research, I'll be honest, probably throughout your research, you're already going to be leaning towards an opinion and a point of view. All right? And it may solidify the beliefs that you're coming in with, and that might challenge you. Okay? You might have to do some belief busting, which is not, sometimes it's easy to do. It's like, I'll like, okay, wow, I was really wrong on that one. Boom, and it's gone. And sometimes it's a bit of a push-pull. It's a bit of a struggle. You may fall into what is called cognitive dissonance. And you may or may not be familiar with that term. It is a term used to describe the mental, and I'm going to say emotional, because it can become very emotional when you're dismantling a belief system, right? I'm the belief therapist for 17 years, working on my own beliefs, helping clients all over the world, change their belief systems to something that is more supportive. I know it's not just mental, it's emotional. It's emotional. Okay, so I'm going to add that in. So cognitive dissonance is a term used to describe the mental, I'm adding emotional, discomfort that results from holding two conflicting belief systems, values, and attitudes. Okay? We have all fallen into cognitive dissonance at some time, myself included. I do not believe anybody is immune from that. It is fine if you fall into cognitive dissonance. I am just going to say, please do not linger there. Okay? If you are self-aware, you will begin to notice and realize, I've got two different belief systems going on inside. I've got two different values going on inside. You'll feel it like a push-pull. You might feel it like an angst. Okay, it might drive you a little bit crazy. It's like when you say, oh, I know I am so deserving to spend the money to go on that vacation, but at the same time you're like, oh, I don't know, really, maybe I'm not so deserving, right? Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. I'm using a little bit of a benign example right now, but you can apply it to anything that's happening in the world situation right now. So if you find yourself in that cognitive dissonance, oh, I've got two different belief systems going on here. I've got this push-pull. It's good, it's not good, it's good, it's not good. How it usually presents in sessions with clients, and they'll say, well, Esther, logically I know this, but there's something else going on inside. And so my work is to help you to discover and explore what is going on inside that's creating this cognitive dissonance, that's creating this push-pull, that's preventing you from taking the steps that you want to take. And I don't want to say transmuting it, but let's say healing it, bringing awareness to it, bringing it into the whole, but bringing it into the whole in a supportive way. Okay, so my belief therapy is, yes, it's beliefs. We're looking for core beliefs. We're looking for patterns. We're looking for systems, but it's also creating wholeness within. So all your parts and aspects are on board with you when you make a decision, rather than you saying, oh, I'm going to do this, and you've got parts and aspects coming up saying, oh, no, you can't. That's scary. That's not bad. You don't have the money. You're not worthy. You're not deserving. What are other people going to think? Okay, so if you fall into cognitive dissonance, keep researching. Maybe you just need a little bit more research. Ask your higher self, ask God, ask your guides. Just say out loud, all right, I've got conflicting beliefs now on this subject. Lead me further into truth. Okay? Keep checking in with your gut instinct. Okay? I know some people's intuition and gut instincts are a little bit wishy-washy. We'll talk about that. But keep honing that. Keep honing it and trusting that, because you'll get a hit. Follow it. And keep asking God to illuminate truth to you. All right? That's a very important piece. Also, reach out to someone like me. Okay? A belief therapist, a cognitive therapist, somebody who's really good at conscious talk, to help you to sort through that push-pull, the limitation, the Esther, logically, I know this is right, but something inside of me keeps holding me back. Reach out to us. Okay, that's my expertise. That's what I'm really good at, helping people sort through these things. And sometimes it's what you think it is, but often in the process that I use, that we're able to go really deep into the subconscious level, you'll find out, ooh, the core wasn't really what I thought it was, but ding, 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 that makes sense. And anytime you unravel anything from the core, you are on the road to making significant change in your life. All right, so reach out to someone. Okay, so one note, this is how I research, okay? Here's a note. Be willing. You have to be willing to change your beliefs. I know so many people who are unwilling to change their beliefs because maybe for 20, 30, 40 years they have dug into a position. And changing their belief, being open to something new, is going to shatter their foundation of living, of their reality, and they're not willing to do it. Okay? In the personal development, spiritual development community, there are people who hold a certain belief. Not everybody, okay? This is just an example. They'll hold a certain belief, and I guess you could say any community, not just personal and spiritual growth. It could be the business community. They could learn something new, and it means that they're going to have to change something, and their business could crumble as a result of it. So they won't, right? Because they're focused on the business and the growth and their money. Never mind this new information over there, because if I follow this new information over there, it's going to affect my bottom line. But they're not open to the fact that maybe if you follow that information is going to be even better than what's going on here. Okay? Or your clients might say, wow, look, this person I'm working with is growing, is learning, is expanding, just like they're helping me. They're walking the talk. Okay? But there are a lot of people who are really dug into a position and it really threatens their foundation, particularly people who do not do personal and spiritual growth and development. They won't know how to handle it. Or it could be some shocking realization that what they were doing was not good, it was not beneficial, it really wasn't of service, maybe it was not ethical, and that shakes them and they don't know how to deal with it. Or if they change their belief system, they're going to lose family and friends and they're not willing to do that. So that happens, okay? I'm encouraging you, if you're watching this video, I believe that you are open to changing your belief system, okay? I write a lot on social media and in my newsletters. This is what I believe today. You're asking me my belief, my perspective, my point of view. This is what I believe today. But I could walk away from this table right now and I could go and learn a new piece of information, and that belief is just completely thrown out of the window. So be willing to change your beliefs. For me, it's a sign of growth and expansion and curiosity and being open-minded. I love it. I love it when people come to me and say, you know what, I used to believe that, but this is what I believe now. And I'm like, tell me more. How did you get there? If you read something that I wrote 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 17 years ago, last week, and you're curious and you're thinking, oh, I wonder if Esther still feels the same way about that, ask me. I will tell you. I will be honest with you, whether I say yes or no, I've changed my belief, or you know what, I'm researching that. I'm in the midst, I might be changing my belief. Check back with me in a couple of months. Okay? And I always appreciate when people update with me. So I update with other people. Okay? An example of that is if I met somebody who I went to high school with, university with, college with, met 10 years ago, and I know a piece of information about them, and then all of a sudden they popped up in my reality now, I'm not going to assume that they believe the same thing. I might say something like, hey, are you still doing that? Are you still really hot on that? I remember you were so excited and so enthused about that. Is that something still in your life? Update with people. Give people the courtesy of updating with them, just as you appreciate the courtesy of people updating with you. Okay, so be willing to change your beliefs. If you're not willing to change beliefs, that tells me something's going on inside. There's some kind of subconscious programming going on. And reach out to me. You and I can do some sessions and we'll get a hold of that. All right. Now, I teased this video of what research is not. And I want to talk about that because I think it's really important, because there's a lot of people saying that they're doing research and then I ask them what they're doing and it's like, oh no, you need to go deeper, sweetheart. You need to go real deep. So doing research is not watching a 60-second TikTok video by an influencer who 9 times out of 10 is being paid to do that video and put forward a certain perspective and saying, ooh, so-and-so did it. Oh, they're so cute. I love their videos. I love how they act. I love the clothes that they wear. I love that. Ooh, isn't that interesting what they're saying? Oh, it must be true. Okay, that's not research. Now, I will say there are some excellent 60-second TikTok videos. And if I was watching one of them and I went, woo, this person is full of information, I would go back, watch it. I would write down all their points. And then I would say, now I'm going to go research all of these points myself to see what is true. And also, please check to see if this person that you're watching is being paid by some company to put forward a certain point of view, because they are. I'm telling you. Some of them are very open about it and some of them are not. Okay? There's deception everywhere. And not just TikTok videos. It could be anything. It could be an Instagram story. It could be a YouTube short. You know what I'm talking about. Research is not saying This person has lots of letters behind their name. They have a title behind their name. They have a lot of education behind them. So what they say is true. Okay, that's really old school. That was a belief system I grew up with. I busted that belief a long time ago. Just because someone has letters or a title behind them does not mean that what they are saying is true. Okay, they too could have been paid off. We're seeing it a lot right now, current world situation. They could have their own blinders on. Ego could be in place. They could just be naive. I've met a lot of really smart people with letters behind their names that are just really naive. All right? Research is not saying, ooh, this guru, this facilitator, this leader, this person, they have 50,000 followers on Instagram. They've got a big YouTube channel. This is what they say. So I'm not going to do any research because I really like them and I work with them. So I'm just going to leave it at that. That's not research. Okay? That's gathering some information, but then take that information and see what's true for you. Okay? That's just not good enough. Just because right now there's someone that I'm following quite closely because their information is just hitting all my high notes and I'm implementing things that they're asking. It's Dr. Courtney Hutt. You can find her on Instagram. There's some things I really agree with her on. Some things I'm like, ooh, I'm not there yet, but I'm open. But I don't take what she says as truth. I look it up. I research it. And fortunately, I attracted somebody to myself that is like me, likes research, encourages research. All right? Because she'll often say, hey, don't trust me. Go research it for yourself. I love that. Okay? And research is not believing something just because your friends and your family do, and you're doing it just because you want to feel like you fit in and you belong. We're all losing friends right now. We're all losing family. We're losing clients. We're losing supporters. We're losing people who read our material on social media because there's all different kinds of points of view. It's going to happen. Don't keep yourself in the dark because you're going to lose a friend, because you're going to gain another one. You're going to gain another one, okay? Someone who's like-minded. Now, I personally believe one of the main reasons, not the only one, but one of the main reasons we're in this mess in this world right now is because we stopped research. We got dumbed down by a lot of things to just be complacent, to trust the experts, no, you go watch TV, you go watch that music show, we'll handle the rest. Okay, great, I love you, I trust you. You just tell me what to do. I don't want to think anymore. I don't want to make my own decisions anymore. You just trust me what to do. And I think we got really complacent, myself as well. We stopped the research, not everybody, but the collective. Let's talk about the collective. We stopped research. We stopped good research. We stopped looking for other points of view, not just points of view that support our point of view. We lost critical thinking. Let's think this through. Okay, let's think this through. And we lost our intuition. One of the subjects I work on a lot with people is to try and sharpen intuition. And we all have it, okay? It's nothing special to one particular person. I'm intuitive AF, but I also know I can up my intuition game. And it's, for me, when people come to me and say, I want to better my intuition, increase it, I work with them at the level of the belief, what's going on. And sometimes it's something like, if I become really too intuitive, I might learn things I really don't want to see. There's a fear there, okay? Or they remember from a past life when they were really intuitive and sharp on everything and they got ostracized for it. they're scared of their own power. They want to be empowered. They want to step into their self-power, but they know if their intuition becomes sharp, their self-power is going to grow, and they're scared of that. So those are the types of things I work on. But I also tell them, because I think it goes hand in hand with other practical steps, like you got to get the sugar out of your body. You got to get the chemicals out of your body. Anything that's creating inflammation in your body, anything, the fluoride. I mean, fluoride out of your toothpaste. Come on, people, it's the easiest thing you can do now. You have to look at those things too. And I really believe that things like sugars and chemicals and booze and drugs and pollutants and GMOs have purposely been put into place to make our brains fuzzy, to give us brain fog, so that we're not accessing our intuition, so that when mainstream media, a politician, a leader of an organization comes forth and says, this is it, our intuition is not going, wait a minute, ding, 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 this doesn't sound right. So belief, inner work, and then clean yourself, clean your brain. All right? And that's how we re-empower ourselves, by remembering who we are. By remembering who we are and where we came from. We are light, birthed of light. Okay? So that's the information I wanted to share with you today, how I research what I believe research is not. If you do research and you have some other tip that you want to share, please put a comment below. And I will also put a link below. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put a link below of where you can find out about doing personal sessions with me. All right. And then I just want to share with you, I'm putting together a manifesting program. And I'm going to help you to manifest something in your life. I'm a pretty good manifester. And if you follow me on social media, I just wrote a story. I might do a post, but I wrote a story on Instagram 2 days ago that in one day I manifested 4 wishes of mine, 2 of them which were new. And I knew on that day I was going to manifest them. It was like conscious intention of action. But throughout the course of the day, I manifested 2 other wishes. One that I had maybe for about 2 years, one that I had since I was 25. And it was surprise and it was unexpected. And the one wish, I was like, oh my God, I'm finally aligned after all these years, like decades, people. Now, was it a wish that was like number 1, 2, 3, or 5 on my wishes of priorities? No, but it was on that gigantic wish list I have. And I was just so happy. I was like, oh my God, I'm finally aligned with this. And I'm laughing and having so much fun at it. And it was perfect because I got the guidance recently to take a group of people, probably a small group of people, and work with you. You're going to identify a wish, okay? Something that you can manifest in 6 months, or at least a good chunk of it in 6 months, and then you're well on your way. And I'm going to guide you, kind of handhold you, be your accountability partner to manifest it. Because if not now, when? If not now, when? And I'm really excited about this. And as soon as I pull it together, we'll do some manifesting videos. I'll open it up. I think because this is going to be so one-on-one, I'm only going to open it up to 10 people, maybe 20 people or something like that. But I'm super excited about it. And there you have it. So as you can see in the background, I'm still here in Budva. I'm actually in my last days in Budva. My 90 days are coming up and I'm going to have to vacate soon. If you're watching this close to when I'm posting it, it's end of September 2021. And the weather's still pretty good here. I mean, we're hitting highs of 25, 26 Celsius. As soon as I wrap this up, I'm going to go for a nice little walk. I'm not going into the sea right now because for me, it's just too cold, although I want to start doing cold plunges. So I need to be brave and just dive in. And I want to start doing cold plunges for my health. That's one of my goals for the winter season, is to go to the sea and do cold plunges for my health. And so I hope the noise wasn't too bad. And I just wanted to give you a really nice view as we're talking about research. So love you lots, everybody. Hope this information is helpful. Ciao for now.